about winter, part 1. Long ago, it puzzled humans living in cold countries why the trees lost their foliage annually. Soon, snow cloaked their land in white. Just a few months ago, the meadows were full of flowers. Water flowed briskly in streams. Fruits decked the woods. Birds chirped, and butterflies drank nectar from the blossoms. They worked hard to store food to nourish them through winter. When huddling by the fire, while blizzards blew outside their shelters, they would perhaps discuss the creation of winter. The Finns believed an evil spirit from the north periodically captured the sun and moon that ushered in winter's darkness. Similarly, the Norse envisioned a white and black wolf swallowing the sun and moon. The infernal sea serpent rose from the ocean to hunt for dry turf. It carried turbulent waves that flooded the banks. Winter set in. Native Americans around Lake Superior thought the cold season began when a magical senior citizen stepped out. Whatever, he walked on, turned to ice. His long white tresses draped earth in snow. Birds and animals were frightened on seeing his penetrating gaze. The avifauna flew away. Animals hid. His frosty breath froze the rivers. They could no longer hear streams gurgling. The birds' choir ceased. The Greeks mention the kidnapping of Proserpina to explain winter's genesis. She was the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. Hades, the god of death, saw Proserpina merrily gathering flowers. He wanted her for himself. He carried her away to the underworld. Demeter was devastated that Hades had imprisoned her daughter under the earth. Wrathful, she cursed that grains, vegetables, and fruits wouldn't grow on it. Hades returned Proserpina to her mother for 2/3 of every year. For 4 months, she went back to be the queen of the netherworlds. During that time, the earth plunged into wintry darkness. When she re-emerged, spring bloomed. By the fireside, humans have shared these stories down the generations. outside their cozy cottages, both benevolent and malevolent creatures of the hibernal season roamed. So were the prevailing myths. On the snowy Alps, you may meet the caring gnome Barbigazzi, clothed in white fur. This pointed ear elf has a long silver beard embedded with icicles. They reunite shepherds with their lost sheep. These pixies whistle to caution mountain climbers of avalanches. The Barbigazzi burrow their way through the snow. In summer, they dwell in the labyrinth of mountainous caves and tunnels. They awake from sleep in winter time. An unlucky traveler may accost the icy blue demon Mahaha in the Arctic region. It wanders barefoot, giggling. This fiend derives pleasure in tickling hapless victims to death. Its long skeleton fingers with claws dig deep into the flesh. These fabricated, blood-curdling stories dissuaded people from going out when it snowed heavily. The word winter originates from an old Germanic word meaning time of water. We can connect the rain and snow of winter to this. Along the equator, it is warm throughout the year. Winter is non-existent in places along it. There are exceptions. In very high altitudes around the equator, there's perpetual snow. On the lower slopes of Africa's Mount Kilimanjaro, there are banana plantations. Elephants live in its forests. On the mountain top, there is always snowfall.